The planets in our solar system. What you should know. In this video we are going to share what you should know about the planets in our solar system. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then the potential planet 9 are the planets in the solar system, from closest to farthest away. Scientists have estimated that the edge of the solar system is around 9 billion miles from the Sun. Children have grown up understanding that the solar system comprises 9 planets ever since Pluto was discovered in 1930. All of that changed in the late 1990s when astronomers began debating whether Pluto actually belonged in the planet family. Pluto was ultimately designated as a dwarf planet by the International Astronomical Union in 2006. This was a highly contentious decision that reduced the number of the solar system's real planets to only 8. However, when mathematical proof of a legitimate 9th planet's existence was made public on January 20, 2016, astronomers are continuing looking for additional potential planets in our solar system. It is thought that the alleged Planet 9, also known as Planet X, has a mass that is roughly 10 times that of Earth and 5,000 times that of Pluto. What are the types of planets in our solar system? Because of the stony composition of their surfaces, the inner 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are frequently referred to as terrestrial planets. Pluto has never been categorized alongside the other 4 terrestrial planets despite having a rocky, albeit frozen, surface. Because of their enormous size in comparison to the terrestrial planets, the 4 large outer worlds, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are occasionally referred to as the Jovian or Jupiter-like planets. Although astronomers believe some or all of them may have solid cores, they are also primarily composed of gases such as hydrogen, helium, and ammonia rather than rocky surfaces. The more distant Uranus and Neptune have been dubbed the ice giants, while Jupiter and Saturn have been referred to as the gas giants. According to the Planetary Society, this is because Uranus and Neptune have more atmospheric water and other ice-forming chemicals, like methane, hydrogen sulfide, and phosphine, that solidify into clouds on the planet's icy surfaces. Now, let's learn about the planets. The Sun. With 99.8% of the solar system's mass in the Sun, it is clear that the Sun is the largest object in it. The majority of the heat and light that support life on Earth and possibly elsewhere are emitted by it. The Sun is slightly off-center of each ellipse that planets travel in as they orbit the Sun. In order to better understand the Sun's makeup and predict space weather and its impact on Earth, NASA maintains a fleet of spacecraft investigating the Sun, such as the Parker Solar Probe. Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and is nearest to the Sun. It is just slightly bigger than Earth's moon. Due to its proximity to the Sun, Mercury completes its orbit in just 88 days. The temperature on Mercury varies greatly throughout the day and night. Mercury can have daytime temperatures of up to 840 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to melt lead. The nighttime temperature drops to -290 degrees Fahrenheit. The main elements of Mercury's thin atmosphere include oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium. Like our Moon, it has craters on its surface because the atmosphere is too thin to block incoming meteors. The NASA Messenger spacecraft's 4-year mission yielded amazing discoveries that exceeded scientists' predictions. These discoveries included the presence of frozen organic compounds and water ice near Mercury's north pole, as well as the fact that the planet's surface was significantly shaped by volcanism. Venus, Earth's solar system twin. The hottest planet in the solar system is Venus, which is located 2 planets from the Sun. The planet is an extreme example of the greenhouse effect, with a thick atmosphere that is exceedingly toxic and made up of sulfuric acid clouds. Venus's surface has an average temperature of 900 degrees Fahrenheit. The pressure at the surface, at 92 bars, would kill and crush you. Oddly, Venus spins slowly in the opposite direction of most other planets, from east to west. Given their similar sizes and the abundance of mountains and volcanoes seen in radar photos taken beneath Venus's atmosphere, it is frequently referred to as Earth's twin. Beyond that, though, the planets are very distinct from one another. Earth, our home planet. The third planet from the Sun is Earth, which is also our home planet. It is a water world since water covers 2/3 of the surface of the planet. The only planet known to support life has a nitrogen and oxygen-rich atmosphere, and that planet is Earth. At the equator, the speed at which the Earth turns on its axis is 1,532 feet per second, or just over 1,000 miles per hour. At a speed of more than 18 miles per second, the planet circles the Sun. Mars, the solar system's red planet. The fourth planet from the Sun is Mars. Iron oxide dust that gives the planet its distinctive red color covers the chilly, desert-like world. Mars and Earth are comparable in that they are both rocky planets with mountains, valleys, and canyons, as well as storm systems that can range from small-scale tornado-like dust devils to planet-sized dust storms. Significant scientific evidence reveals that rivers and possibly even oceans once existed on Mars, billions of years ago, when the planet was much warmer and wetter. Even though Mars' atmosphere is too thin for liquid water to stay on the surface for very long, there are still traces of a wetter Mars. Under Mars' surface, there are sheets of water ice the size of California, and there are ice caps at both poles that are partially composed of frozen water. The circumstances needed to support life, including bacteria and other microorganisms, are also believed by scientists to have existed on ancient Mars. Numerous Mars missions have been motivated by the hope that evidence of this previous life and perhaps even contemporary lifeforms may exist on the red planet. As a result, the red planet is currently one of the solar system's most investigated worlds. Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system. The largest planet in the solar system, Jupiter, is the fifth planet from the Sun. According to NASA, the gas giant is more than twice as big as all the other planets combined. Due to a variety of trace gases, including ammonia ice, ammonium hydrosulfide crystals, as well as water ice and vapor, its swirling clouds are colorful. Jupiter's Great Red Spot, a massive storm more than 10,000 miles wide that was discovered by amateur astronomer Samuel Heinrich Schwab in 1831, is a well-known feature in its swirling clouds. It has been raging at least for the past 150 years at a speed of over 400 miles per hour. With 75 moons, including Ganymede, the biggest moon in the solar system, Jupiter possesses a powerful magnetic field. Saturn, the ringed jewel of the solar system. Sixth from the Sun, Saturn is known for its extensive and distinctive ring system. Saturn has rings, but there are other planets in the solar system as well. Early in the 1600s, the multi-talented Galileo Galilei imagined Saturn was an object with 3 parts. They were a planet and 2 sizable moons on either side. Unaware that he was looking at a planet with rings, the perplexed astronomer drew a tiny sign in his notebook with 1 huge circle and 2 smaller ones, and used it as a word to describe his find. Christian Huygens made the suggestion that they be rings more than 40 years later. Scientists are still unsure how the rings evolved, despite the fact that they are made of ice and rock. The gaseous planet, which has many moons, is primarily made of hydrogen and helium. Uranus, the tilted sideways planet in our solar system. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun and is a bit of an oddball. It has hydrogen sulfide clouds, the same substance that gives rotting eggs their terrible odor. Like Venus, it rotates from east to west. Its equator, however, is almost at a right angle to its orbit, making it essentially orbit on its side, unlike Venus or any other planet. Astronomers think Uranus tilted about 4 billion years ago as a result of a collision with a body twice the size of Earth. The Sun beats down on one pole for 84 Earth years at a period, and the tilt generates harsh seasons that span 20 years or longer. It's also possible that the collision launched ice and rock into Uranus's orbit. Later, some of these developed into the planet's 27 moons. The blue-green hue of Uranus is a result of methane in the planet's atmosphere. 13 sets of hazy rings are also present. The solar system's coldest temperature ever recorded is -371.56 degrees Fahrenheit on Uranus. Uranus has a constant temperature of -320 degrees Fahrenheit. Neptune, a large, stormy blue planet. The 8th planet from the Sun, Neptune is the solar system's coldest planet on average. Neptune has an average temperature of -346 degrees Fahrenheit when it is above the clouds. Neptune has winds that can reach supersonic speeds and is about the same size as Uranus. Compared to Earth, the planet is more than 30 times farther from the Sun. The first planet to be identified mathematically rather than visually was Neptune. French astronomer Alexis Bouvard hypothesized that another planet might be pulling on Earth due to irregularities in Uranus's orbit. Johann Galle, a German astronomer, employed calculations to assist in the telescopic discovery of Neptune. Neptune has a rocky core and is nearly 17 times as large as Earth. Pluto, once a planet, now known as a dwarf planet. Pluto was once the 9th planet from the Sun and is unlike any other planet in the solar system. Pluto's orbit is highly elliptical, dipping inside Neptune's orbit at some places and well beyond it at others. It is smaller than Earth's moon, and it orbits 17.1 degrees above or below the plane where all the other planets do. Its orbit is highly elliptical, falling inside Neptune's orbit at some points and far beyond it at others, and it is smaller than Earth's moon. Pluto's orbit also deviates from the plane of the other planets by 17.1 degrees, taking 288 years to complete one orbit. Pluto had been the 8th planet from the Sun from 1979 until the beginning of 1999. The solar system's furthest planet then returned on February 11, 1999, when it crossed Neptune's course, before being reclassified as a dwarf planet. It has a shaky atmosphere and is a frigid, rocky planet. It might just be a piece of rock on the edge of the solar system, according to scientists. But on July 14, 2015, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft made the first ever flyby of the Pluto system, altering how scientists perceive Pluto. In addition to glaciers, ice mountains, frozen dunes, and potentially even cryovolcanoes that erupt icy lava comprised of water, methane, or ammonia, Pluto is a tremendously dynamic ice world. The mysterious Planet 9, a planet's search at the edge of the solar system. In 2016, scientists hypothesized the potential presence of a 9th planet, nicknamed Planet 9, or Planet X for the time being. According to estimates, the planet has a mass of around 10 times that of Earth and orbits the Sun between 300 and 1,000 times farther than Earth does. Nobody in science has ever seen Planet 9. They deduced its existence from its gravitational pull on other objects in the Kuiper Belt, an area near the edge of the solar system where ice rocks from the solar system's formation can be found. These Kuiper Belt objects, also known as trans-Neptunian objects, have very elliptical or oval orbits that line up with one another. Astronomers are still unable to find Planet 9 despite their best efforts. Thousands of possible candidate sources were discovered during a recent study of the 2022 sky conducted with the 6-meter Atacama Cosmology Telescope in Chile, but none could be verified. The discovery and formation of the solar system. About 4.5 billion years ago, a dense cloud of gas and dust started to disintegrate. According to NASA science, the cloud flattened into a whirling disk known as a solar nebula as it shrank. At some point, the heat and pressure rose to a point where hydrogen atoms started fusing together to make helium. Our Sun was created as a result of the enormous energy generated by the nuclear reactions. About 99% of the accessible matter was gathered by the Sun, and the remaining stuff farther away from it congealed into smaller clumps inside the rotating disk. Some of these aggregates amassed sufficient mass to be molded into spheres by gravity, forming planets, dwarf planets, and moons. Our solar system's smaller moons, asteroids, and comets are other parts that were left over. Well, there you have what you should know about the planets in our solar system. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.